Good night, Shabbos. I hope all are well and stay so. In enumerating the Asar Nisyanos, the 10 challenges that were faced and met by Avram Avinu, so many of the commentaries assume that the 10th, the grand finale, was Nakedas Yitzchak. God asking Avram to offer Yitzchak as a karban. One would imagine that's about as great a challenge, as great a test as one can experience. Says Reb Shamshafal Hirsch, absolutely not. You know, the greatest Nisan, the 10th Nisan, was not Akedas Yitzchak, but rather what occurs the after Akedas Yitzchak, namely where Sarah Imenu passes away, and under tremendous stress, his wife of so many years having died suddenly, according to Chazal, simply because Avram had returned and had mentioned the Akedah but not given the happy ending. And all Avram needs is a plot of land in which to bury Sarah Menu. Well, land's promised, it's his. And he can't even find that. He has to deal with Ephron, with the Chitim, the dishonesty. And through it all, Avram Avinu is able to maintain his composure. Im yeshes nafshechem, vayishtachu Avram ufnei ha'aretz. Please, thank you. To the extent where Rabbeinu Bechaya points out, vayokam Avraham me'al pnei meiso, vaydaber el bnei ches le'mor, says the Rabbeinu Bechaya, Avram stood up out of respect. When speaking in public, one stands in front of an audience. Despite the indescribable stress and pressure and anguish experienced by Avram Avinu at this particular time, somehow he maintains his composure, he maintains his derech eretz, and that, says Rav Hirsch, was the greatest nisayon of all. And this, if correct, this explains the connection between the first half of the parasha, the passing and burial of Sarah Imenu, and the second half, Avram sending Eliezer to find a wife for Yitzchak. Ask the Kli Yakar, the Drashas Aran, why did Avram Avinu have to send Eliezer all the way back to his family? I would have imagined that his family, we know, wasn't too religious. Take a wife from one of the people that Avram had been mekarev, that he brought under his wings. The Geirei Tzedek was machnas tachas kanfei Shechina. Why go back to his family if his family presumably was not observant, did not believe in God? Says the Kli Yakar, says the Drashas Aran, for a very simple reason. Avram was very perceptive. He knew what to look for in a shidduch. Avram Avinu understood that deos, that beliefs, that observance, that could all be taught. Philosophy can be taught. Midos, character refinement, can also be taught, can also be picked up, but very, very difficult to teach. Much of character, much of midos tovos come from family, come from one's home, and hence, after describing the exceptional midos of Avram, the comportment in the derech eretz that he exhibited during this terribly tragic and stressful time, the Chumash then explains, that's why he now goes, and specifically to his family, he wasn't so religious. But the midos that Avram possessed, these midos tovos, were family born, were ingrained. And hence, if we have to find a wife, we have to pick a wife, we'll go for the midos, we'll go for the character refinement, deos, belief in God, philosophy, all of that can be taught, not to be sneezed at, that's very important, but that will teach. The midos tovos are inborn, are a product of family, and hence, when looking for a spouse, when looking for a match for Yitzchak Avinu, Avram understood that to go back to his family would have to be a priority. Have a very, very good Shabbos.